Good morning, friends. Welcome back to the class. I hope you all are safe at home. So, now in this session, today we are going to discuss few important sums of trigonometry. You may consider it as higher order thinking skill questions, or you may also consider as it is basically from miscellaneous exercise of NCERT textbook. Fine. So first we'll start with the questions which are based on submultiple angles formulas. Submultiple means like sin x by 2 formula based, cos x by 2 formula, tan x by 2 formula, which we have already discussed in the last session. With the help of submultiple formulas, first we are going to understand two important sums, right, from miscellaneous exercise, and thereafter we'll see, right. Basically if you observe the use of submultiple angles is when the angle is like 7.5 degree, which is half of 15 degree, 22.5 degree, which is half of 45 degree. So when you need to find sine of 7.5, sine 22.5 degree value, that is what exactly these angles are, the half of multiples of 15 degree. That is, for example, 15 degree, right? Half of 15 degree is what? 7.5. Like 45 is a multiple of 45. Half of 45 is what? 22.5. Like this, even 75 degree is a multiple of 15, but half of 75 is what? 37.5 degree. So when you need to find the half of multiples of 15 degree, like it is 7.5, it is 22.5, it is 37.5, like so on infinitely many. So when you wanted to find the half of multiple of 15 degree, where the angles are looks like, right, so you required the sub multiple angle formulas to simplify those questions in short way. So that is why these formulas are derived. Now we are going to use these formulas directly in the question, right, to solve, like the example number 27. Find the value of tan pi by 8. So pi by 8 means what it is? Half of pi by 4. Half of pi by 4 means what? Half of 45 degrees, that is 22.5. So basically pi by 8 means half of 45, that is 22.5. Hence we required the formula of submultiple angles to solve the question in simplest way. Okay, so now let's use these formulas to solve this question. Let's have a discussion on that. Yeah. Now, I know it is basically the half of pi by 4. So that's why I'm directly using tan x by 2 formula here. So first I'm taking the formula here. Tan of x by 2 is basically equal to plus minus 1 minus cos x by sin x. The most important aspect of this formula is wherever you are using this formula, the angle, just focus on the angles, right? So it is half of x, but the angles which are involved in the right hand side is x only. It means that double of this angle. If it is pi by 8, this will be pi by 4. If it is pi by 4, this will be pi by 2. If it is pi by 2, this will be pi. So double of this angle. So hence, if I am using that, I can say here tan of pi by 8 is nothing but plus minus 1 minus cos pi by 4. upon sine pi by 4. Right? It is just double of this angle. Whatever the angle you are writing over here, these angles are double of this. Double means 2 into pi by 8. So what is the double of this angle? Pi by 4 in this manner. Okay. So tan pi by 8 is written as plus minus 1 minus cos pi by 4 by sin pi by 4, which will given as here cos 45 degrees 1 by root 2, sin 45 degrees 1 by root 2. Now take LCM and all, you will see root 2 get cancelled, root 2 minus 1 is the answer. But again, one question at the end, which sign should be taken, plus or minus? If you remember, this for pi by 8 is what? Is 22 and half. 22 and half means it lies 22 and half degree lies in the first quadrant, and in the first quadrant all trigonometric ratios are positive, hence tan pi by 8 value is also positive, hence you need to take only positive sign. So therefore, the final answer of tan pi by 8 is positive root 2 minus 1 over. How simple it is, just have a look. Only I have used the submultiple angle formula to get the final answer. It's so simple. Tan pi by 8 means 1 minus cos pi by 4 by sin pi by 4. Use that formula and finally decide whether you should go with positive sign or negative sign depending on the angle where it rests, in which quadrant it rests. That's all. So with the help of these formulas, I am able to solve it in so simple manner. A pattern, a method which is given in the NCERT is little bit lengthy. So avoid that one and try to use this formula to get the answer. Now I'm moving to the next example where again I'm going to use these formulas to solve the question directly. Let's have a look on that. Now I'm taking example number 28. Example number 28. Right? What they are asking. If tan of x is equal to 3 upon 4, tan x is equal to 3 by 4, where the angle lies between pi to 3 pi by 4. What does it mean? If the angle lies between pi to 3 pi by 4 means angle x is lies in third quadrant. Angle x is lies in third quadrant. Then find the value of, what they are asking, find the value of sin x by 2, cos x by 2 and tan x by 2. See, directly this question speaks everything. Sin x by 2, cos x by 2, tan x by 2. They are having ready-made formulas for that. Just use it and find it out. Okay. So let's have this one. First I am going to find sin x by 2. So what the solution speaks? See, sin of x by 2 is equal to plus minus under root 1 minus cos x by 2. This is a formula. So to find sin x by 2, I required cos x value. But in the question, we are having tan x value. So I am just solving that value here. If tan x is equal to 3 by 4, which means in a right angled triangle, it is x, right? So the perpendicular value is 3, it is 4. By using Pythagoras, I will be able to find third side. And then with the help of this right angle triangle, I can speak sin x value also, cos x value also. Sin x is what? Perpendicular by hypotenuse. Cos x is what? 4 by 5. But again, remember, you are dealing with the angle which lies in third quadrant is most important aspect of the question. If this angle is lies between within third quadrant, only tan and cot are positive, rest all trigonometric ratios are negative. Hence, tan x value is positive, but sin x and cos x are negative. Hence, you should be very careful about their sign. Sin x value is minus 3 by 5, cos x value is minus 4 by 5. So, this sign is according to the angle where it lies. So, this is the first part is done with the help of tan x value. First, I have found the sin x and cos x by using the right angle triangle. Now, I am going to use these values in the formula to get sin x by the value. Now, I know this value, right? So, in this formula, I am going to use under root of 1 minus, what is the cos x value I am having? Minus 4 by 5 upon 2. So plus minus under root. So it become what? Minus into minus plus 4 by 5 upon 2. So plus minus under root of, now LCM would be 5. 5 plus 4 is what? 9 by 5. So 9 upon 5 by 2. So plus minus under root of 9 upon 10. Plus minus 3 upon root 10, because 9 is a perfect square number. Now the question comes. Which sign has to be taken? Which sign has to be taken? For that, again focus on the angle which is given. What is given here? Since angle x given as lies between pi to 3 pi by 4. But what is the angle we are dealing with? X by 2. X by 2 angle means you have to divide this entire inequality by 2 to get to know where this angle lies. So if I divide this entire inequality by 2, it becomes pi by 2 less than x by 2 less than 2 से divide करेंगे तो pi by 2. So hence this now x by 2 angle lies between 90 to something, right? So here you can say pi by 8 means what? 22 and a half, right? So 22 and a half into 3, it is almost is equal to some 66, 67 and a half, and it is what? 90. So now this angle is what? He lies between greater than pi by 2 but less than 3 pi by 8. Okay, so this x by 2 angle lies in the second quadrant. Okay. 135 lies between, I have done some mistake over here. The question was its x is lies between pi to 3 pi by 2. Okay. Still the angle x lies in third quadrant. यहाँ मैंने थोड़ा सा mistake कर दी. Pi by 2, it becomes pi by 4. Now you can see here. Here it is what? The angle is lies between pi by 2. That x by 2 is lies between pi by 2 to 3 pi by 4. यानी कि 92. 92 greater than 90 but less than 45 into 3, that is what, 135. So ultimately it lies in the what, second quadrant. Angle x is lies in third quadrant, but x by 2 angle is lies in the second quadrant. So ultimately, if x by 2 angle is lies in second quadrant, then sine of x by 2 is positive, because x by 2 angle lies in second quadrant. In second quadrant, sine x by 2 value is positive, all silver tea cups. Hence, we need to avoid the negative sign, only we need to take positive sign. The final answer of sine x by 2 is positive. Sine x by 2 is 3 by root 10. This is the answer. Have you understood what I have done here? To find sine x by 2 value, I have used the ready-made formula which we have derived, where I required only cos x value, but I was adding tan x. With the help of tan x first, with the help of right angle triangle, sin x and cos x I have derived along with their proper sign based on the angle where it lies. Once I know tan x, sin x and cos x, I simply use cos x value to simplify, and at the end I have to decide whether I should go with positive or negative. For that I should know where this x by 2 angle lies. Okay, but the condition is given for x. X is lies between pi to 3 pi by 2. Then x by 2 is lies between pi by 2 to 3 pi by 4. It means if angle x lies in third quadrant, then x by 2 is lies in second quadrant. In second quadrant, sine theta is positive, hence we need to take only positive sign. Getting in a similar manner, we can go with cos x by 2. Now it is so simple to find cos x by 2 value by keeping this explanation as it is. Check. Cos x by 2 value now we are finding. Because this part is required in all the three values. I am keeping as it is. Only now I am finding cos x by 2 value. Formula is under root of 1 plus cos x by 2. So cos x by 2 is equal to plus minus. Cos x value is what? Minus 4 by 5. Just substitute that value here. Minus 4 by 5 by 2. So plus minus, by simplifying, 5 minus 4 is 1. 1 by 10. You may also speak plus minus 1 by root 10. So this is cos x by 2. Now the question comes again, which sign has to be taken? So what you will say here? Again x by 2 angle is involved is what? X by 2 angle. So x by 2 angle lies in what? Second quadrant. Second quadrant. So in second quadrant cos theta is negative. Hence negative sign has to be taken. So final answer of cos x by 2 is what? Negative 1 by root 10 over. The game over. Now we are left with the final one, tan x by 2. So simply we can find tan x by 2 now. See, only the formula will change, rest of the things are same. So tan x by 2 now. What is the formula of tan x by 2? Is plus minus 1 minus cos x by sin x. We required sin x value and cos x value to find tan x by 2. And we know that values are already calculated just use those values over here. 1 minus minus 4 by 5 upon minus 3 by 5. Calculate properly. It becomes 1 plus 4 by 5 by minus 3 by 5. Take LCM. After LCM, you will get 9 by 5 by minus 3 by 5. 5 get cancelled. Plus minus minus 3. Now the question is tan x by 2. Which sign has to be taken? X by 2 angle lies in second quadrant. In second quadrant, tan is what? Negative. Hence, negative sign has to be taken. So, tan x by 2 is equal to minus of minus 3, which is equal to plus 3. Is answer. Reason are remain same in all the three values. Okay. So, I think I'm able to convince you, right, how to use these sub-multiple angle formulas to solve such questions where sin x by 2, cos x by 2, tan x by 2 value need to be calculated, where the value of sine of 7.5, sine of 22.5, which are the half of multiples of 15 degree. Okay, so then I think the story is over. So based on these explanation, now you will be able to solve. You will be able to solve question number 8, 9, and 10. Remember, question number 8, 9, and 10 from the miscellaneous exercise. From the miscellaneous exercise of NCERT. You will be able to solve question number 8, 9, and 10 one after the other. Okay, just have a practice on this. Now let's have another discussion, right? We'll take some more sums, but not on based on this. We'll take the another question which are on the regular formulas based, but they are so important. Let's have a discussion on that. Yeah. Now see, I am going to explain first example number 29, which is considered as a very important sum, right? Because we require the formula of cos square x. You know the formula of sine square x and cos square x in terms of sine? Sine square x can written as 1 minus cos 2x by 2, and cos square x is written as 1 plus cos 2x by 2. So apart from the regular formula of sine square theta is 1 minus cos square theta, cos square theta is 1 minus sine square theta, right? We need to remember the new formulas which is based on the multiple angles. Basically these are what? Multiple angles. See, if this angle is x, in the formula this angle is going to be double. If it is x, it is 2x. See, similarly, if it is 2x, it becomes 4x. Cos square 3x, cos 6x. Cos square 4x, cos 8x, like that. Okay, so whatever the angle is involved over here, it's going to become double of this angle in the formula. So with the help of these formulas, we are going to understand example number 29. What is that? First I am writing the question here. Proof that proof that cos square x plus cos square of x plus pi by 3 plus cos square of x minus pi by 3, which is equal to 3 by 2. Right. Now see what how can I start with? There are several ways to solve the question. You know, trigonometry is always an open-ended topic. You may deal with a question in any of the manner with the help of any fundamental formulas. But I would like to take the help of cos square x formula, which will reduce my work. Okay. So other way is what you can also use cos of a plus b formula. Whatever the value comes, then you can open it and we can solve and you can get it the value. That's a different matter. So first let's solve this question in a regular manner. What you will say? देखते हैं हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं. So cos square x directly the formula I'm using, which is 1 minus cos 2x by 2. Formula direct. And similarly, let us assume this completely x. So hence it is also in the form of cos square x. So cos square x means 1 plus cos 2x by 2. So the same formula will apply over here. 1 plus cos 2 times of this angle, 2 times of x plus pi by 3 by 2 plus. Similarly, again assume it as x. Hence, when you apply the formula, 1 plus cos 2 times of x minus pi by 3 upon 2. So, I am using left hand side of the portion to simplify to get 3 by 2. I know here 2 will be the LCM. So, I can take 2 as an LCM over here. Right? And when you observe the numerator, 1 plus 1 plus 1 will become 3 plus rest of the part I am writing as it is. Cos 2x is left plus cos of, when you multiply inside, this 2 is multiplied inside, it becomes 2x plus 2 pi by 3 plus cos of, here also 2 can be multiplied inside, it becomes 2x minus 2 pi by 3. So this is what after taking an LCM and all. So now the step is reduced. Now you can use the formula of cos x plus cos y. You know cos x plus cos y formula. What is that cos x plus cos y formula? Or you may also speak cos c plus cos d. Anyway, you can say cos x plus cos y formula is 2 cos x plus y by 2 into cos x minus y by 2. So now with the help of this formula, I can apply over here to simplify by assuming it as x, it as y. So cos x plus cos y. Okay, apply this and keep other terms undisturbed. So I am writing 3 plus cos 2x plus I am applying the formula over here. What is left? 2 times of cos of addition of these two values. This plus this. So ultimately when I add minus 2 by 3 plus 2 by 3 get cancelled. 2x plus 2x is 4x, that is 4x by 2. X plus y by 2, that is simplified answer, into cos x minus y by 2. X minus y means this angle minus this angle. I'm just solving here. 2x plus 2 pi by 3 minus 2x minus 2 pi by 3. Open with the minus sign. You will see that this will be get cancelled. It reduced to 4 pi by 3. Cos 4 pi by 3 upon what is left 2. So now here angle will be get cancelled, becomes 2x. And what is the value of cos 4 pi by 3? You can solve over here. Cos 4 pi by 3 means you can written as pi plus pi by 3. Cos pi plus theta. Pi plus theta means the angle lies in the third quadrant, and in third quadrant cos is negative first. It's negative. Cos pi plus theta is cos theta here. Cos 180 plus theta. So cos pi by 3. And what is the cos pi by 3 value? That is cos 60. Cos 60 is 1 by 2. So final is minus 1 by 2. So cos 4 pi by 3 value is minus 1 by 2. So I am writing here 3 plus cos 2x plus what is left? 2 cos 2x into minus 1 by 2 upon 2. These are just moving in these two values over here. So this coefficient 2 and this 2 will be get cancelled. We are left with the sign plus into minus is minus. So finally what we are left with 3 plus cos 2x minus cos 2x by 2 plus cos 2x minus cos 2x get cancelled. Answer is 3 by. See, only we have used two formulas in the question where the in all the three parts, where all the three parts in the form of cos square theta, cos square theta, cos square theta. So I have used cos square theta formula. Once I have used cos square theta in all the three parts, 2 as an LCM, and then I have just grouped the like terms. In these two, I have applied cos x plus cos y formula, which is 2 cos x by 2 into cos x minus y by 2. Once I apply this formula, I got this step where cos pi by 4 pi by 3 is a constant. So cos 4 by 3 I have solved separately to know its value is minus 1 by 2. I have simply substitute its value as minus 1 by 2 to get cancelled, rest you know. So this is what the use of cos square x formula in this example, and I think this is a shortest way to solve the question. There may be another methods, but that methods are too lengthy to apply. So whenever you are solving the trigonometric question, always choose the formula, suitable formula wisely. Remember, right? It's the art of using the formula to solve the question. And this art only develops when you do the practice lot and lot. Okay, it needs pen paper practice, not only the oral thinking and oral one. It never works. In trigonometry chapter, only stick to these NCERT questions, but do it each and every question twice, thrice, and four times at least to get that perfection in the solution with the help of formulas. Okay, now let's have a discussion on the another question. Now I'm taking the next and the most important example 26. Example 26. What is that? Proof that, proof that, see, cos 2x into cos x by 2 minus cos 3x into cos 9x by 2, which is equal to sin 5x into sin 5x by 2. Right. Now, if you observe this question of the left hand side, it shows something which is related to formula again. That formula, if you observe, is it in the form of 2 cos x into cos y, which is given as cos of x plus y plus cos of x minus y. So this is a formula we are having, right, as a ready-made formula. Based on this formula, which we are going to solve the left-hand portion to get the right-hand one. But if you observe, we are having cos x into cos y. See, cos x into cos y. So cos x into cos y formula become what? Simply, you can take this 2 in denominator. So this formula reduced to what? See. So I can also write here cos x into cos y means cos of x plus y plus cos of x minus y by 2. So with the help of this formula, I can solve this also, I can solve this also. So I am applying this formula twice. First here in this part and then this part. Formula remains same. Now this I am checking the first part here, right? These are two parts. So it is exactly in the form of cos x into cos y, where this is treated as x, this entire angle is treated as y. This is x and this is y. I am applying the formula over here. It becomes, the first part becomes c, cos of addition of these two, 2x plus x by 2, 2x plus x by 2 plus cos of 2x minus x by 2, right, upon 2. First part is done. Second, again same way, treat it as x and this is as y. Apply this formula. So cos of 3x plus 9x by 2 plus cos of 3x minus 9x by 2 upon 2. So this is left hand side. Now what else? Only you need to simplify these angles first. We'll see what is left here. So once you add this mixed fraction 2x plus 12 by taking the LCM and all, it becomes cos 5x by 2 plus cos 4x minus x 3x by 2 upon 2. Similarly, minus, yeah, 6x plus 9, that is cos 15x by 2 plus cos 6x minus 9x, that is minus 3x by 2 upon 2. But you know, cos of minus theta is cos theta only, because minus angle lies in the fourth quadrant. In a fourth quadrant, cos theta is negative. Hence, cos of minus 3x by 2 becomes cos 3x by 2 in the next. So, you may also write it as cos of 3x by 2, because cos of minus theta is cos theta. Now, open with this minus sign, take LCM. LCM would be what? 2. So I'm writing this LCM as 1 by 2 aside, just for sake of convenience. What left? Cos 5x by 2 plus cos 3x by 2 minus cos 15x by 2 minus cos 3x by 2. So you will see these two are get cancelled. What left? We are left with half of cos 5x by 2 minus cos 15x by 2. Now what you have observed? It reduced to cos x minus cos y formula. And you know what is cos x minus cos y formula? Cos x minus cos y. It is basically what? Minus 2 sine x plus y by 2 into sine x minus y by 2. So with the help of this formula, I can reduce this expression. Then where I will able to get the desired answer. Let's apply this one. So 1 by 2 into minus 2 into sine of addition of these two angles, that is 5x by 2 plus 15x by 2 by 2, that is x plus y by 2 into sine of 5x by 2 minus 15x by 2 by 2. So this 2 get cancelled. We are left with minus sine of LCM would be 2, 20x by 2, that is 20x by 2 means 10x, 10x by 2 means 5x in short. Here 5 minus 15 is minus 10x, minus 10x by 2 means minus 5x, minus 5x by 2. So sine of minus 5x by 2. And you know, sine of minus theta is minus sine theta. So hence this minus come out first, and this minus will balance, that is what become plus. So finally we are left with the desired answer. So this becomes what? Plus. So final answer would be sine 5x into sine 5x by 2 over. So now you can see how the formulas are help us to find out or to prove left hand side to right hand side. Okay. So only the thing if you observe in the today's session, I have dealt a difficult of difficult sums with the help of formulas only. I have started with the formula, I have ended with the formula. So if we are thorough in the formulas, it would be very easy to apply it, very easy to solve. Let's take the last sum of today's session from the exercise again, right? So yeah, I would like to take now The question number 3. Question number 3 from the miscellaneous exercise. What we have is cos x plus cos y the whole square plus sin x minus sin y the whole square is equal to 4 times of cos square x of x plus y by, yeah. If you see, it's a direct formula based. If you know the cos x plus cos y formula applied, here also applied, and then let's go with the formula. That's it. Nothing else. It's so simple to apply. So just apply the formula here. It becomes 2 cos of x plus y by 2 into cos of x minus y by 2. I am keeping these angles in a bracket and its whole square. Plus here also sin x minus sin y, it becomes 2 cos of x plus y by 2 the whole square into, sorry, not whole square, sin of x minus y by 2 the whole square. What else? I have applied the formula at the beginning. Now open the square. Since it's a multiplication, you can directly open the square. It becomes 4 cos square of x plus y by 2 into cos square of x minus y by 2 plus, again open, 4, 2 square is 4 cos square of x plus y by 2 into sin square of x minus y. So I have just applied the formula first and then I have opened the square. Then after that I could see here 4 cos square x by 2, 4 cos square x by 2 is a common term. So I am taking this term as a common thing from entire expression. So 4 cos square of x plus y by 2 is common. What left inside? Cos square of x minus y by 2 plus sin square of x minus y by 2. Now how beautifully we are ending with cos square theta plus sin square theta. And theta is same. So cos square theta plus sin square theta value is 1. Hence this entire expression is reduced to 1. And 1 into this is this 4 times of cos square of x plus y by 2. We are having right hand side with the answer. How simple to give the answer if you are thorough in the formula, how to apply and way to apply. Just for this, to get this skill, you just need to see the solution, see the answer, see the question, and repeatedly. How this can be get an idea in my mind when I start the question. Just you need to look at the question carefully, because if we are reading the question properly, it means half the solution is done in the question itself. Half of the solution will be there in the question itself. This is the art, another art of the trigonometry. So I would request everybody, before you practice, please go through the formula sheet thoroughly and by head it on daily basis, at least once or twice, once in the morning before going to bed in the at night, right? Just go to the formulas, revise it. Once you revise it, you will be able to realize that day by day, your skill will be developed, your intuition will come. Yes, this formula I can use to start the question. When you start it, you will experience it. When you experience it, the joy will come. And that's all about your life. Fine. So here I am winding up the chapter from my side in this session. I would say the trigonometry based on NCERT syllabus, it would be over now. So in the next session, in the next video lecture, I will start the complex numbers. So be with us, be positive, and be a learner, right? Be an achiever. Thank you all of you. Take care. Bye bye and see you.